So today I'm going to give you guys a little peek into my Pinterest analytics, which was requested by one of you. Thank you so much for the idea. But before I go into the analytics, I want to point something out to you guys that is really making me mad. So I am just beyond frustrated with Pinterest right now. If you saw my other video, I shared the update that they made where now users have to click a visit site button to go to our post. They can't click the image or the title, which I think is having a major impact on our outbound clicks. But now when you are on your desktop, when you go over to just see your activity, your regular notifications of like what's being saved and all that, it automatically defaults to this ad section, which you have to click over here to pins to see like your actual activity, which drives me nuts because all this shows me is that Pinterest cares more than anything about wanting you to pay for ads. And I am not about to play that game. I've seen other creators share that like once you start, it's just really hard to kind of get it out of that hole. Your regular pins that you don't run ads on never, kind of match up to the ones with the ads. So it's kind of like a mind game, like it messes with you a little bit. So I am not going that route. I have never run ads on my content and I'm not about to now. Sorry, that's just my little vent. I'm really frustrated because Pinterest used to be so awesome for bloggers and just being really helpful and making it easy for people to click out of Pinterest over to our site. However, they look like just all of the other apps now. They want money. They want people to stay on it. So we are just going to have to get creative with ways around it. But thought I would point that out because that is driving me nuts. Either way, let's go over to my analytics, which you got to come over to your Pinterest home, little main menu button. And I'm going to go over to analytics overview right here. Right away, the overview page, I think, looks kind of confusing. I was like a little overwhelmed when I first saw, the analytics page. However, there's really not that much you need to look at. Or, well, I guess it kind of depends on your business. You kind of need to decide, are you a blogger that cares more about clicks over to your website? Or are you selling a product and you care more about sales? Or, maybe you want to like build your email list. Whatever your goal is, just kind of find out the metric that, you need to watch to meet that goal. So for me as a blogger, I care mostly about outbound clicks. And really quick, just the first thing that you do notice right here is the date range. So that's like the one thing you want to change if you want to look at a certain date. I'm just going to leave it on the last 30 days for this video. And right away, you'll see all my numbers are in red, which is, driving me crazy. My impressions were usually between 1 to 3 million a month. All of last year kind of stayed steady. I had some highs and a little lows, but the lows were, 1 million impressions a month. So everything is down just a little bit right now. And again, I think part of that is the visit site button. And I'm not sure what else, but we're working on it. My numbers are still not horrible. I'm still getting, almost 25,000 outbound clicks for the last month. And you can actually break that down even further. So if I scroll down here, this little chart will give you like day by day information. I think it defaults to impressions, but again, I like looking at my outbound clicks. And right here, it'll kind of tell you, day by day what you got. So I've noticed for myself, Sundays are like always the highest day. So that's something for me to keep in mind as I pin. I should probably be active on Pinterest on Sundays. Just make sure that I have stuff scheduled that day, maybe even Saturday, just so that it's out there before people are on Sunday. But either way, this is just one like nice piece of information for me that I can use in my like pinning strategy. So those top two sections are really just where you can kind of drill down into your impressions, your engagement, outbound clicks, saves, because this little drop down you can change to any of those. And then this little like chart will give you even more detailed information. So, and right here, since I have it on the last 30 days, that's all that shows on the chart. But again, if you change that date range over here, let's try last 90 days, just to kind of give you guys an example. Here you go. It opens up the chart. So just one piece of information that might be helpful for you. But what I like, another thing I like to look at, aside from outbound clicks, is my top pins and my top boards. So the top pin section is going to give you all of your best performing pins within the date range that you set. So the date range is right here. I still have it on 90 days, the last 90 days. I guess it defaults by engagements. I thought it defaulted by impressions, but either way, You can change this drop down to see what you want to look at. Again, I like looking at outbound clicks. And what I like to look at here, well, one is what pin it was, obviously, like what recipe, what are people liking. I also like to look at if they're older or newer pins, which for me, like I just know since I created these. This says right here, I don't know if you can see, created January 2nd, 2025. That's actually not when this pin was made. I made this pin probably over a year ago. It considers it a new creation if maybe like someone else pinned it directly from my website, because I actually include my Pinterest images on my website so people can pin those if they want, which I found out is not super common. But either way, so this one someone else pinned, and you can also see over here it shows other pins, which means it was someone else. But it's funny, all of these pins right here, they're all older. None of these were were any of my new like recent pins. So what this shows me, I just like to see what recipes are doing well, obviously, like what people are liking, what they're liking to make. I also look at the style of my pins and just see if there was anything that stands out about them. Maybe they were really good photos, the font, the layout. You'll notice I really like the 2-image thing where it's an image, some text, and then an image, because for whatever reason, I think that those images or that format performs really well on Pinterest. So those are some things I look at. And I also like to look in the source column right here to see if they're coming from me or from other people. And you'll see on my account, I have a ton of other pins under the source section, which I think for me, it goes back to group boards, because I'm really active in a few group boards. And this just kind of like shows that the group boards are working. I'm getting a lot of activity from other people pinning my pins, either from the group boards or from the website, my website directly. So this section is super helpful to see like what specific pins are performing well. And then you can also check this little box at the top that will only show you the information for your newest pins, the ones that you created in the last 30 days. So like if you look at mine, here's another example of that Crunchyroll sushi bowl is someone else pinning it. I'm not even sure why it says your pins in here, because I did not create it. Oh, I might have been the one who saved it from my website. I really think if you save it from your website, I almost think it considers that like a new creation. I could be wrong. I'm looking into that, but I think it treats it different when I save it from my website versus just repinning it within Pinterest. But I'll get back to you guys on that. Either way, here's all your pin information. Definitely pay attention to this section. It will tell you what people are liking. And also, like I said, take a peek at what kind of like styles are doing well, what you did on those pins visually that are performing the best. So the last section on this overview page that I like paying attention to is also top boards. This is going to tell you the boards that are performing the best for you for your pins. So like the boards that your pins are getting the most engagement on, the most impressions, clicks, all of that. So again, you can filter it. I'll just leave it on impressions for now. And right away, the first board here that's getting me the most impressions and activity is actually my own board. This is easy dinner recipes. It's a board I've had for years. This is like one of the first boards I set up when I started. I've had my Pinterest account for a really, really long time. So not sure if that helps. I kind of think it does. I'm not sure, but either way, that's one of my oldest and most used boards. So kind of not surprising that one is the top. However, this is where it gets interesting, because for me, I use group boards. I'm always trying to figure out, are they worth it? Are they not? Because everyone has a different opinion on that. But this is proof. One, in my pins where you see all the other pins under source, it's just proof that people are pinning off the group boards. And here, this second board, the second biggest board or whatever, the second board with the most activity is a group board. So right away, that tells me that is not a waste of time. I'm getting a lot of activity from this group board. See, if you leave your mouse over it, it'll give you even more information. So, I mean, I think, this is the last 90 days. So almost 9,000 clicks from this board in the last 90 days. It's definitely telling me that this group board is worth pinning to. Let's see the next couple. Okay, Delicious Eats. This is another food blogging group board that I pinned to, as well as this Best Foodie Recipes, which, by the way, this is crazy. This group board, Best Foodie Recipes, got deleted. Whoever owns the board deleted it. and we can't use it anymore. So I'm still getting activity from it. It was a really, really, really good board. I'm not sure what happened. That's never, I don't know, that's never happened before. I've never seen anyone delete one. Either way, I'm still getting traffic from it. Delicious Eats, group board. Now, summer recipes is one of my own, which is really interesting. I would not have expected this to be so high right now. Maybe it's because we're going into, well, no, we're not. Well, kind of, I guess. Maybe it's starting to pick up because of, the upcoming summer season. I'm not sure, but for me, this is a good piece of information. Like maybe I should be pinning some more summer recipes, building up this board since it's already got some good engagement. And then next, again, here's a group board. So I use about 4 to 5 like food blogging group boards. That's about it. There's not really a whole lot I use. I just have this little handful. So here right away, it just tells me like they're worth it. And also for yourself, just pay attention to this section because whatever boards are your top boards, keep pinning to those because they're working. And really quick, if you don't know what a group board is or you have questions about how to find them, how to join them, I have a whole video just for that that I will put in the description. So personally, I like I said, looking at outbound clicks, my top pins, and my top boards. But what I also like to do is go over here, back up to the main menu, and go over to Pinterest Trends because it gives you some more information like specific to the content you share, which I think is really cool. So let's take a quick peek at this before I wrap up. So right away at the top, you want to make sure your country is selected. I have the United States. It kind of defaults there, but if it doesn't, make sure that's picked. And then down here, look, it tells you right here, this is going to show you the most popular growing global trends for your audience, which include all users who are following you or have engaged with any of your pins in the last 90 days. So based on my own audience, it's going to show me what is trending, what they're looking for. So this is a great place to come if you are looking for ideas of what to post or if you need content ideas. For me, for example, I sometimes need like recipe ideas. Like I get stuck every once in a while and don't know what to make next. So this is an awesome place for me to come and see what's trending. What are people looking for? Ground turkey recipes right away. That makes me happy because I cook with a lot of ground turkey. And Greek yogurt muffins. I actually made a recipe with how to make Greek yogurt chocolate chip muffins. And it's right now one of my best performing recipes. So again, that's a signal to me. Maybe I should go make another Greek yogurt muffin recipe. So this is just a really, really cool place to see what your actual audience is looking for. Another cool tool in the Pinterest trends section is down here. It's going to show you like what's trending in your region overall. However, over here on the left, there's some filters that you can play with. And I like to go into the interest section and click on food and drink because that's my content is recipes. And it will tell me specifically in that like category what people are looking for. So this is another place you can get ideas for content because we want to be making content that people want. So this shows you what people are looking for. And you can kind of drill down into each one and get even more information, especially like a little chart that tells you what time of year that this peaks. So look, this is a good example. St. Patrick's Day, of course, like all throughout the year is flat and looks like February-ish. It picks up and spikes through, maybe middle of March. So, you can just drill down even more. And a lot of times it will give you like different keywords related to that topic. Leprechaun, St. Patrick's Day aesthetic, just different keywords that maybe you can use in your post for SEO. So this is a really, really cool place to come for content ideas, the Pinterest trends section. That's about it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help. And hopefully you're subscribing, but if not, hit subscribe for me, help me out. I'm always trying to, share blogging information, SEO, Pinterest, everything I've learned for free to help you guys out. So if you can like this and subscribe, I would appreciate it so much.